The angle between the face and flank of the single-point cutting tool is known as A. Rake angle, B. Clearance angle, C. Lip angle, D. Point angle. The correct answer is lip angle. In order to obtain a surface finish in the range of 0.75 m to 1.25 m, the operation used is called A. Grinding, B. Lapping, C. Honing, D. Buffing. The correct answer is grinding. Which of the following statement is correct as regard to upmilling? A. It cannot be used on old machines due to backlash between the feed screw of the table and the nut. B. The chips are disposed of easily and do not interfere with the cutting. C. The surface milled appears to be slightly wavy. D. The coolant can be poured directly at the cutting zone where the cutting force is maximum. The correct answer is the surface milled appears to be slightly wavy. In determining the various forces on the chip, merchant assumed that the A. cutting edge of the tool is sharp and it does not make any flank contact with the workpiece. B. Only continuous chip without built-up edge is produced. C. Cutting velocity remains constant. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Stellite preserve hardness up to a temperature of A. 350 C, B. 500 C, C. 900 C, D. 1100 C. The correct answer is 1100 C. Hard and tough materials like cast iron should be turned at A. Slow speed, B. High speed, C. Any speed, D. Certain specific speed. The correct answer is slow speed. In oblique cutting system, the cutting edge of the tool A. may clear the width of the workpiece, B. may or may not clear the width of the workpiece, C. may not clear the width of the workpiece, D. should always clear the width of the workpiece. The correct answer is may not clear the width of the workpiece. When the shear angle is small, A. path of shear is short and chip is thin, B. path of shear is large and chip is thick, C. path of shear is short and chip is thick, D. path of shear is large and chip is thin. The correct answer is path of shear is large and chip is thick. A fine-grained grinding wheel is used to grind A. hard and brittle materials, B. soft and ductile materials, C. hard and ductile materials, D. soft and brittle materials. The correct answer is hard and brittle materials. EDM machining is applied for A. shaping carbide dies and punches having complicated profiles, B. making large number of small holes in sieves and fuel nozzles, C. embossing and engraving on harder materials, D. all of these. The correct answer is all of these. In gear hobbing, A. only hob rotates, B. only gear blank rotates, C. both hob and gear blank rotates, D. neither hob nor gear blank rotates. The correct answer is both hob and gear blank rotates. Holes are machined by push broaches only for sizing. A. correct, B. incorrect, C. D. The correct answer is correct. The increase in depth of cut and feed rate surface finish. A. improves, B. deteriorates, C. does not affect, D. The correct answer is deteriorates. A lathe with 4 steps on the cone pulley and with back gears will have A. 4 direct speeds, B. 4 indirect speeds, C. 4 direct and 4 indirect speeds, D. 8 indirect speeds. The correct answer is 4 direct and 4 indirect speeds. The parameter which completely defines the chip formation in a metal cutting process is A. shear angle, B. Chip tool contact length. C. Both A and B. D. None of these. The correct answer is both A and B. In machining cast iron, no cutting fluid is required. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. In machining metals, surface roughness is due to A. Feed marks or ridges left by the cutting tool. B. Fragment of built-up edge on the machined surface. C. Cutting tool vibrations. D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. A diamond locating pin is used in jigs and fixtures because A. Diamond is very hard and wear resistant. B. It occupies very little space. C. It helps in assembly with tolerance on center distance. D. It has a long life. The correct answer is it helps in assembly with tolerance on center distance. In metal machining, the zone where the heat is generated due to friction between the moving chip and the tool face is called A. Friction zone. B. Work tool contact zone. C. Shear zone. D. None of these. The correct answer is friction zone. The drill spindles are provided with standard taper known as A. Morse taper. B. Sellers taper. C. Chapman taper. D. Brown and Sharp taper. The correct answer is Morse taper. The operation performed on a saper is A. Machining horizontal surface. B. Machining vertical surface. C. Machining angular surface. D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. Chemical milling operation is performed A. on universal milling machine. B. on plain milling machine. C. in a tank containing an etching solution. D. any one of these. The correct answer is in a tank containing an etching solution. The thrust force will increase with the increase in A. side cutting edge angle. B. tool nose radius. C. rake angle. D. end cutting edge angle. The correct answer is side cutting edge angle. The broaching operation in which the work moves past the stationary tool is called A. pull broaching. B. push broaching. C. surface broaching. D. continuous broaching. The correct answer is continuous broaching. In transverse grinding, other work is reciprocated as the wheel feeds to produce cylinders longer than the width of wheel face. B. the work rotates in a fixed position as the wheel feeds to produce cylinders equal to or shorter than the width of wheel face. C. the work is reciprocated as the wheel feeds to produce cylinders shorter than the width of wheel face. D. the work rotates in a fixed position as the wheel feeds to produce cylinders longer than the width of wheel face. The correct answer is the work is reciprocated as the wheel feeds to produce cylinders longer than the width of wheel face. If the grain size is the tool life is better. A. smaller. B. larger. C. D. The correct answer is larger. Flank wear is due to the abrasive action of hard mesh constituents including debris from built-up edge as the work material rubs the work surface. A. correct. B. incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. The operation of reproduction of an outline of a template on a workpiece is called face milling. A. yes. B. no. C. D. The correct answer is no. The usual value of the point angle of a drill is A. 70. B. 100. C. 118. D. 130. The correct answer is 118. Buffing wheels are made of A. softer metals. B. cotton fabric. C. carbon. D. graphite. The correct answer is cotton fabric. Jigs are heavier than fixtures in construction. A. Yes. B. No. C. D. The correct answer is no. In electrochemical machining, the gap between the tool and work is kept as A. 0.1 mm, B. 0.25 mm, C. 0.4 mm, D. 0.75 mm. The correct answer is 0.75 mm. The process of improving the cutting action of the grinding wheel is called A. Truing, B. Dressing, C. Facing, D. Clearing. The correct answer is dressing. The cutting speed for drilling aluminium, brass and bronze with carbon steel drills is cutting speed for drilling mild steel with high-speed steel drills. A equal to, B less than, C more than, D. The correct answer is equal to. In electrode discharge machining, the tool is connected to cathode. A correct, B incorrect, C, D. The correct answer is correct. Broaching is applied for machining. A. Internal and external surfaces. B. Round or irregular shaped holes. C. External flat and contoured surfaces. D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. Half nut is used to lock the lathe carriage to the lead screw for thread cutting. A. True. B. False. C, D. The correct answer is true. The advantage of a broaching operation is that A. Rate of production is very high. B. High accuracy and high class of surface finish is possible. C. Roughing and finishing cuts are completed in one pass of the tool. D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. The tool life as the cutting speed increases. A. Decreases. B. Increases. C, D. The correct answer is decreases. The in-feed grinding is used to A. Produce tapers. B. Grind shoulders and formed surfaces. C. Grind long slender shafts or bars. D. All of these. The correct answer is grind shoulders and formed surfaces. The enlarging of an existing circular hole with a rotating single-point tool is called A. Boring, B. Drilling, C. Reaming, D. Internal turning. The correct answer is boring. In the relation VT/NC, the value of N for high-speed steel tools varies from 0.25 to 0.40. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C, D. The correct answer is disagree. Glazing in grinding wheels cutting capacity. A. Has no effect on. B. Increase. C. Decrease. D. The correct answer is decrease. The usual value of the helix angle of a drill is A. 20. B. 30. C. 45. D. 60. The correct answer is 30. The cutting speed for counter boring should be that of drilling operation. A equal to, B less than, C greater than, D. The correct answer is greater than. In drilling mild steel and brass, the point angle of a drill is 118. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. The tailstock set over method of taper turning is preferred for A. Internal tapers, B. Small tapers, C. Long slender tapers, D. Steep tapers. The correct answer is long slender tapers. The chuck preferred for quick setting and accurate centering of a job is A. 4-jaw independent chuck, B. Collect chuck, C. 3-jaw universal chuck, D. Magnetic chuck. The correct answer is collect chuck. Negative rakes are used for A. Carbide tools, B. Heavy loads. C. Harder materials. D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. A bottoming tap has A. Its end tapered for about 3 or 4 threads. B. Its end tapered for about 8 or 10 threads. C. Full threads for the whole of its length. D. None of the above. The correct answer is full threads for the whole of its length. The effect of setting a boring tool above center height leads to A. Increase in the effective rake angle and a decrease in the effective clearance angle. B. Increase in both effective rake angle and effective clearance angle. C. Decrease in the effective rake angle and an increase in the effective clearance angle. D. Decrease in both effective rake angle and effective clearance angle. The correct answer is increase in the effective rake angle and a decrease in the effective clearance angle. Which of the following statement is correct about nose radius? A. It improves tool life. B. It improves the surface finish. C. Both A and B. D. None of these. The correct answer is both A and B. The cutting speed for drilling with high-speed steel drills is 24 to 45 min. A. Mild steel. B. Copper. C. Aluminium. D. Brass. The correct answer is mild steel. In a center lathe, the cutting tool is fed in with reference to the lathe axis. A. Cross direction only. B. Longitudinal direction only. C. Both cross and longitudinal direction. D. Any direction. The correct answer is both cross and longitudinal direction. The angle between the face of the tool and a line tangent to the machined surface at the cutting point is called cutting angle. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. The dressing and truing of grinding wheel are done with the same tools but not for the same purpose. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. The point angle of a drill for drilling stainless steel is A. 90. B. 118. C. 135. D. 150. The correct answer is 135. A numerical method of identification of tool is known as tool signature. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. Tumbler gears in lathe are used to A. Reduce the spindle speed. B. Cut gears. C. Give desired direction of movement to the lathe carriage. D. Drill a workpiece. The correct answer is give desired direction of movement to the lathe carriage.